Crockett.
Mr.
Andrew,
Wolfensohn,
how
Mr.
are you?
President. How are you?
In question, but we're looking at poverty out there over the next 15 years. And I believe that the next 10 years give us an enormous opportunity to make inroads into poverty of the kind that it's an opportunity that comes very rarely. And what's the basis for that opportunity? First, I think over the last 15 years or so, we've got a much better understanding of what promotes development and what makes inroads into poverty. I think our understanding of that process has got much better. I think our understanding of interventions and aid effectiveness has got better. That's the second point. Third, we are seeing better policies in developing countries.
We show this data in table 2.6 of the WTI, and we actually put it side by side.
The size of the task is immense. There are 1.2 billion people in the world on less than $1 a day. Knocking that down by several hundred millions is a big task. Similarly, on the other dimensions, on the education and health dimensions, environment dimensions of poverty, the tasks are daunting as well. But there are signs of hope. There are grounds for hope. Some areas, particularly or notably East Asia, are already, at least on the income goal, virtually there in terms of halving the proportion in poverty from 1990.
A lot of what I have to say is going to be shown to you up on...
I believe it's a special moment. I believe that the deepening of understanding and the greater availability of resources place a special obligation on us. But if we do act together as an international community, we can really make inroads into poverty reduction of a kind that we haven't seen for decades, or perhaps we haven't seen in human history. It's a real opportunity now, and if we act together, we can lift hundreds of millions of people out of poverty in the next 10 years, next 10 or 15 years, up to 2015.
The real long-term answer to the debt relief problem is to get economic growth going in these countries. If they have a huge population of people who aren't educated, they're never going to achieve that economic growth and long-term stability and prospects.
Okay.
Sure. There's a good dozen journalists in there from meetings. We're wanting action on debt relief. Debt relief doesn't go far enough, and we're wanting the finance ministers today to commit to investing those funds in education. There's 125 million kids who aren't in school currently, and it's one of the great development challenges of our time. We want the ministers to commit funds, both aid and debt relief, to helping the poorest countries to get those kids into school.